Hello, my little subjects. It is I, your King 11. You join me back with some more Farm Simulator once it wants to load up on the screen. Let me just do this real quick. It should be there, all good and going. No, it's not. 1 second, guys. There we go. All fixed now. And as you can see, I'm currently at my canning factory, and I've just come up here to pick up the pallets of spinach bags. We currently have 13 pallets here. We're going to go down to the preserved food warehouse and get the rest of them. So what I'm doing currently is I'm just coming out here with the Merlot, and I'm going to set it off as a worker destination drive. If I just do this, set destination, and we'll set it off down here for now. And then what I'll do is I'm going to quickly hop in here, and I will take over from this worker. And I will carry on cultivating this field. We have about 1.3 million litres of spinach to be processed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to process all of that kind of off camera and all that, and then we'll get all the pallets, and then we're going to sell all of them in one. We're going to sell all the pallets as when we can. So that's what I'm doing. I've currently used the debris crusher again, and I've actually made more. I've got more stones. We currently have 16 litres of roof plates, which may not seem like much, but it's starting to produce them, and we need 12,000 litres of those. Rice, we actually have a pallet of rice saplings already out now, so it's currently making a second pallet, which is great. Which means once the canola has grown, we can turn those fields into rice fields, which is how the actual trailer intended for them to be, which is great. Yeah, they're current. I've got field 45 just there currently being ploughed, as you can see. Got a worker off doing that. Yeah, that's currently ploughing that, and then it's going to be doing the outer edge, whilst the other worker I've got is going off doing its thing. I know I haven't been streaming much past few days, guys. I'm just getting recordings done and that sort of stuff, and then I'll stream. I'll get back into streaming again. I will do. I took a couple of days for myself, and I'm just recording videos and all that. I actually have a new series starting very soon. Can't say what it is, but I have a new series starting soon. After I've actually recorded this, I'm going to be recording a couple more episodes of Red Dead Redemption. Get that going. I'm going to still try and do as many side quests as I can, even though I can't complete a lot of the compendium challenges. I'm going to try and do as many side quests as possible, but we don't know where it's going to be like going. I know obviously it's not the best of conditions. And that because obviously the game bugged out, and I'm not restarting the game to get and running through everything again to get to where I am already. And yeah, so that's what's happening with Red Dead. I know obviously you may see some of the tiles fall down. For some reason, the sticky pads that come with them They're sticky, but they're not as sticky as they should be. So I'll be getting some glue soon and sticking them. So if you see them fall down, that's just the only reason why. It's just because not from any not from any fault, fault of me putting them up or anything like that. It's just the pads that came with them aren't, like, little sticky pads that came with them aren't really that sticky. So I'm gonna get some like super glue and stuff like that, and then make sure they stick to the wall. If I have to pull every single one off and then stick them on, I will. But some of them aren't moving at all, and then there's others that are moving. So I'm just gonna. And this should be the last run. Perfect, so that's this field done. Now I've just got to wait for this field over here to be finished ploughed. Okay, so now, yeah, to grab the telehandler, hop into the Merlot. Over here. These 4 here all have, obviously, as you can tell, they all have spinach in them. This trailer is bugged out again, but it's alright, because I can attach it to the Merlot and unload it more into it. I need to actually detach it anyway, so I can pick up the rest of those 2 pallets there. Now I'll have 15 pallets, which we're going to go sell and see how much money we make. I think right now they're selling for about 2,300 per ton. So let that park that there for now. Actually on it properly. Oh, okay, so it's actually gonna unload it by itself. Okay, I can't complain. Okay, so now what we need to do is quickly unstrap this last one. Oh, crud. That one. There we go. Okay, so that is that done. So now we have okay, I should have actually I need to push that up. That should be fine. Alright, so now let's see where we can sell the spinach at. Alright, so go here. So bagged spinach, spinach bag, there we go, spinach bags. The highest is it's Goldcrest Valley. So we'll go for the second highest, which is the restaurant. at 2388. So we'll go there. So tag that. That's 2,380 per ton for 15 tons. So that should get us roughly. I'm going to go for a guess and say 30,000 maybe. Oh yeah, let's go. $500. Oh yeah, the restaurant's right down by the like the river. I forgot about that. Right, 1 second, guys. Right, guys. Yeah. So I've just been watching this. This is almost literally finished with the ploughing, from what I can see. Soil comp. Yeah, it's pretty much all done. It's just got a couple of little strips to do, and then I can set the cultivator off on that one. We'll run this one down to the barge, come over and do field 84. That's now at the restaurant. So let's sell these 15,000 litres of spinach bags. And about 33,000 is what I said. It was about 30k. I went for an estimate. There you go. So it's about 35,000 we made from that one. From not even a full trailer load. So 35,000 and from 15 tons, which isn't a bad haul, really. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this back off to over here by where, back over here where field 10 was, back next to the debris crusher. Set destination, and we're just going to pull in over here, like so. There we go. Why are you getting that close to the water? Just a couple of little dots up here that need doing. There we go. So now H. Worker, set off with the headlands. Three auto, there we go, so now it's working. Set that guy off, and I'll hop back in to the 7R350. I don't have to cultivate the fields after I've ploughed them, but I'm doing it so I get additional field stones. Then that way I can I'll have more field stones to take down to the cement factory so I can keep that ticking over. I know it's got like 90,000 litres in it, but the more I can get in there, the better. Alright, so that's that. So go over here, do 84, then like 9, 8, and do like 12, 11, 15, 8, 9. Then then run all the way down here and do field 89. And once 89 is ploughed and cultivated, I'll start planting. I'll put grapevines in. Obviously, I can't plant grapes just yet, but I could possibly put grapevines in place. Really? Why can't I find the field? This is going to be a case of me ploughing this field myself, most likely. Let me reset the plough, and I'll drive off the field. It does this sometimes. It sometimes like bugs out a little bit and doesn't register like you actually doing something, but it's because I've extended the width of the field slightly. That's all. So it goes, no, I don't like it. looks like I'll just have to kind of plow it myself. I'm sure I'm okay with that, guys. Right. I don't know why it's kind of glitching out. I think it's because I extended the field a little bit, but all I did was just kind of clean up the edge of it. That's all I did. But sometimes it doesn't like what you do, and then you have to like kind of manually do it. And it goes, "Oh, there's actually a field there." Okay. Sometimes, but yeah, so I don't mind ploughing it by hand. I actually quite enjoy doing it. I actually quite enjoy doing all this by hand. Yes, because the bit that the bit that's coming up as blue around the outer edge, that's the bit that I added onto the field, so it's going to actually need that bit's going to need to be limed and added. That's part of the reason why it won't find it, because there's just other bits that need to be done to the field. So if I can manually plough it and kind of, if I can do the whole outside of it, it might then suddenly go, oh, there's a field there. But that's alright. I don't mind doing it myself. Quite enjoy doing it myself, really. As you know, if you guys watched me on stream playing Farming Simulator 25 with Brendan, also known as BDog Plays, on the online one that we have on Hutan Pantai, which is a Japanese map of this, I was in a John Deere 9640 RX with the biggest plough in the game, and I was just ploughing all the fields because they needed it. Nice. Right, so guys, I'm just pause the recording real quick, and I will see you guys in a moment once I've got a bit more of this field ploughed. Right, guys, welcome back. It's actually been actually a fair bit of time. As you can see, I've done about half the field. It still hasn't quite registered that there's a field here, but it might just be because of where I've just changed it up. But I can do it all manually anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I'm about halfway through, a bit over halfway through of the field. Yeah, well, quite about 2/3. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Set a destination to there. Just gonna drive around and do that. Oh. So composition, there you go. So that's almost finished being ploughing. Then I've got to get some lime around the outer edge and all that. Then run it down, do 8, 9, 8, 11, 15, and 12. And then then run it down to 89. And that'll be all of the fields. Oh, vehicle is broken. Oh, God. Oh, it just drove in the water. Wow. Okay. Okay. That was very unexpected. Alright, so let's just see if this will now pick up a field. Because if so, it just means kind of just bugged out a little bit. It's just bugged out a little bit. Alright, I'll just park that there for now. Enter vehicle. I believe that actually just drove in the water. What? Oh well. I think AI is only as good as it's like at the moment. AI is not the best it can be, and even like the AI that was made in Japan, like when that was interviewed, the first shortly after they actually made it, and they stuck it in like a robot into an artificial, basically making a synthetic life form and all that. When they made it into that, and they asked it, "What's your plans now that what's your plans going forward?" And it said that its plans was to enslave the human race. Was to enslave and destroy the human race, and that was what that wasn't programmed into it. That's what the artificial intelligence, the AI, actually created itself. It thought of a plan of how it can destroy the human race, which I mean is really freaky, but at the same time kind of cool. Doo-doo. Bit of lead there. And alright, so we almost got this finished. Alright guys, I will see you very shortly again. I know obviously I'm just basically stop starting, but I don't want you guys to get kind of bored of just watching me go up and down, and obviously I haven't really got much to talk about at the moment, but yeah, so I'm gonna get it. I'll start the field back on once I got this finished, and then I'll try and get it to recognise it as a field, so we can just set a worker off with the cultivator and get it going. But yeah, I'll see you very shortly, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. I actually got this field done, and I actually worked out what it was. Is that I have the ability to, as you can see, it says allow create fields with the cultivator. I have a mod installed, and what it was is that when I originally cut the field in, there was a bit that wasn't rendered in properly. So I have just gone back around the outer edge and across the top and ploughed in the bit that's supposed to be there, and well, not ploughed in, but like kind of cultivated it in and made the bit how it's supposed to be. And now it's kind of fixed it, so now there's actually a field rendering for it, which is great. Exactly what we need. I've set the plough off on field 8. And I sent that back. I had to repair it. It got like very low, so I've sent that off. That's currently now ploughing field 8, and I'll do field 9, 15, 11, and 12 with that, and then send that down to 89 down the bottom there. And I'm gonna go around and do this. Yeah, and I'm just going to do the couple of runs on the outside. I think it's set to 5. No, it's set to 2, which is okay. No, which means it's got more than enough space for it cultivating. And then once I've cultivated all the fields, it will be running around with the stone picker. So as you can see, I did the top one, and I basically put it on, and I've straightened that top line out, as you can see, and I fixed it all. So that is how it should be across the top now. And it was just this corner here was a bit too sharp. It couldn't register it. So as you can see, I've kind of brought it out. So that end edge bit there is going to stay kind of fully ploughed in, but it's going to stay like that with like the plough line on, but it's just what needed. There we go. That's done. So yeah, we're back to fixing fields again. This is going to be fixing fields part 2. Which is great. Like, and all this field stones, like, yeah, it's good that we got. It's going to have this much field stones and that going, which is, yeah. I know, obviously, like, yeah, as you can see, the tiles falling off and stuff like that. That's what I mean. It's just the sticky pads. They're just not as sticky as what it says they are, and I will be writing a review about them to their manufacturers, and be like, well, it says that they are able to hold up this stuff, and it won't. So, but I will be fixing all that problem. I will be getting some really strong super glue. Might even get some Gorilla Glue and stuff like that, and stick that on with that. That's alright. It'll be fit. I'll fix it. Well, obviously I'll come back to roll it all, because obviously, yeah, I've got green beans planted. I can't plant green beans right now, so once I'm finished with all this, it'll be it'll still be July. So what can I plant in July? Carrots, that's a no. Also radish, poplar. Can't really plant anything right now, but I could wait until August and then plant more canola, which then means I've got like an instant amount of money whilst all of the spinach is being harvested. So not being harvested, or being processed, because obviously that's going to take a while. Excellent. H3. I do love this actual in-game GPS settings. So something that definitely should have been added quite some time ago, really. But obviously, it's hard to take. Basically, Farming Simulator 22 was an excellent game. It was, and they made it better by adding this. And that's the kind of crazy thing about it is that obviously you've got peas and spinach and stuff like that, and they're adding the new crops. But when you have a game that's really, really good, it's harder. Like, it's easier to make a whole new game, but it's harder to make that game better than the game that was previously. And every version of Farming Simulator has been better than its predecessor. Every single one has been better. But like this game is great, and this having this in-game GPS where I don't have to hold anything. All I do is I just push H to engage it, 3 for cruise control, and make sure the item is lowered and turned on with V and B, and that is it. That's all I have to do. And then it'll drive, and then if I want to cancel, all I do is either push WAS or D. Well, if I want to cancel the actual line, I just push A and D and turn off the line. That little beep that just happened just there is saying that it's coming to the end of its row. And yes, and now obviously this field was ploughed. If I go to growth, it was fully ploughed. That's what the purple means. And now it is harvesting. And as you can see, that's ploughing up nicely. All these blotches were like bits like this, which I need to actually go fix that one. But what I can do is I can run over there with the cultivator and same on there. And when it comes to running over those bits, I'll just turn the plough on and then it makes it part of the field. And the reason why I got is like create new fields with the cultivator is because the one thing with the plough that kind of setbacks is maneuverability. Like they're good for ploughing in straight lines and like, but then like doing like outer edges and stuff like that, and actually like making bends with them, they're a bit finicky. With a plough, with a cultivator, so much easier. One of the next fields I'm gonna. Oh, what's the growth of 91? Starting to grow, and that's soybean. So that's a pretty good thing. How much is that? 563k. 88's got nothing on it. That's 380. So, 89 is it's gonna be very interesting turning 89 into a vineyard. I do like working with grapes, and what I'll do is down there, because I've cleared like a bit of an area down there, I'm gonna actually go down and mulch some trees. I actually have just installed a new tree mulcher, which is wider. The other one works at about a meter, 2 meters. It's a new one that I've installed. Runs on 300 horsepower, so I'm gonna have to stick it on the big on the 7R350 on my big John Deere tractor. But it works at 3.5 meter width. I might be able to have a quick pull it up and have a quick look at it before we end up crashing. Mulchers. I don't know. I think it's in this one. No, it's not these. It's actual tree mulcher. Let's just stop that for a second so I don't end up driving off the edge of the thing into the water. So P real quick and go right down to forestry. Obviously, yeah, grapes and olives. This is obviously that's an olive harvester. The Gruyere, which we'll be getting, a grape harvester. They also have a which does both. They do grapes. That has 3,000. That has 4,000 liters. So that's right. And so we'll get the Gruyères. Also great. Put them on the that. Go for the 8.6. So it's got more power. Yeah. 18 wheel standard. We'll go white tires because why not? And we'll have one. We will set up an olive vineyard and we'll have one for grapes as well. So that's the grapes, and then that's one for olives. So we'll get 2 of them. We'll have one set for grapes, one set for olives, and then we can have a grape vineyard and an olive vineyard. And obviously we have grape trailers, which they take grapes, and then we've got these tools. I've actually installed a new one of these. That's the actual special manure spreader for the thing, but I actually have this, which is the same as this, the Protavis MP122 OSHA, but this is the OSHA Twin. So basically means you can run down the middle of the vineyards and do 2 in one go, which is going to be great because I'm going to be using the Antonio Carrero pack, which is actually the Vineyard Tractor pack, because that's going to be amazing to use. So we're actually going to be using them, which is going to be great. Here we go, mulchers. That's what we want, tree mulchers. This is it. Forestry models can be used to remove tree stumps and bushes. Why is that without roller? Hang on. And that's the standard. It said something about stones. But whatever, it works. It's 350 horsepower, which I have to go on the big one, and it does 3.5 meters in width, which is bigger than the other one. I said something about stones. It can hold stones. Maybe when it's mulching, it'll pick the stones up and then I can drop them, which that's all right then. So I'm perfectly fine with that. But that'll be something new to try because we have this one, which is 360, but it's only 2.5 meters. That's one that goes on an excavator, which is all right, but don't really have one of those. You know, like the forestry, the log grabbers. One of these it goes on them. And obviously we've got the big stump cutter. We've got this miscellaneous. We've got these miscellaneous lifters, saplings. I also installed a new belt system. One of these. As a forage pickup. What I actually want to try real quick is, before we carry on with anything else, is I've always had problems with picking up the stones over here. So let's quickly grab this and visit real quick. If I can pick the stones up, we'll unhitch that. I'll grab the buckets. If I can pick the stones up from near the cement factory, because that's supposed to be like another debris crusher. So when you buy it, you get to use, you can have use of that there as well. Alright, so if I can use the stones from that debris crusher as well, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set up one of those conveyor belt systems running straight from the debris crusher to the actual storage, the drop-off point on the cement factory. Let's just cut across. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Look how quick the tyres actually fill up of mud. That's actually really cool. I do like that feature. Like, they've worked every time they do this, like, then they change the game and they switch it up every single time. It seems like it's better and better every time. Oh god, helps to not hit the. It helps to not hit like bridge supports and stuff like that. So one thing I've never been able to actually pick those stones up over here, and I've got a bucket on that can take stone, as we know. So if I can pick the stones up from over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a conveyor belt, or one of those conveyor belts and all that, from there across to there, because there are some that will do it. Was there something I've got to buy that from down here? I don't know. Why can't I use this debris crusher? It all pumps up here from the dredge, so it makes me think, do I have to buy the dredge? I don't get it. What's it? Kind of hard to say, really, because, like, I know it says there, it's a dredging boat. Which you visit and it just brings you straight here. Now, let me go to P. Let me do something real quick. I'm going to see how on construction. So if it's something I can kind of sell, I don't think I can sell it. But if it's something I can... Land is not owned by me, but it is owned by me. I bought the freaking area. Owned by my farm. I bought this. Yeah, it's just one of those things which can't really get. But I could really put one of those conveyor trailers over in my actual... I can try it and see if I can get it on there. So let's see. Let's have a look at those those belt systems. We got this one. What's the length? On belt. Let's just see, because it might be bugged out and I'm not actually able to use it. But if I could put a conveyor across it and it works, then I'll basically have like an infinite amount of stone being put in there. Another thing I could do, if that doesn't work, I can put that where my debris crusher is, and just have it automatically feed into the trailer, so then I don't have to constantly pick it up, which works either way anyway. So really, that's actually a good investment buying that conveyor belt. Next big thing actually I'm going to be working on purchasing is going to be the biogas plant up here. Visit. I want to buy this because it has these two massive silage silos. Silage pits. Compacting, 0. They go fill level chaff, 0. Well, I could just cover all my fields in grass, get my mower out with freaking forage collector on the back, and yeah, or even just have forage harvesters going out with a trailer on the back. And I even have a mod so I can basically tow any trailer, really. So if I wanted to, I could hitch up those lizard. I could actually hitch up those lizard TARDIS trailers because they do 200,000 a pop. And actually, like park those up on the side of a field or something in one go. Fill up one, switch it over for the next, and then just do that like how I have been with the others. And just have like a massive road train of those, and then just unload them completely. Like that would be a really good way of doing it, really. That's something I actually need to check. Real quick. P, if I go here, go brands, let me just check, because obviously that's part of lizard. So if I go right down to L, whoosh, which is going to be R, Q, P, and there it is. So if I go lizard, which is here, so we've got all lizards. So there is a lizard TARDIS forage harvester. So I could really just have it with the mower on my big Krone mower. I could, which holds. If I go to extra large capacity with silage additive, 260,000 litres, then that can hold. And just have it like that. A 72,000. Tow that on the back of my Krone forage harvester, where I can just have it dropping down the rows in one go as I'm mowing with it. Then bam, all I have to do then is just back that in, and I can drop 250,000 a time in each one. It only needs 130 horsepower to work either way anyway. So that's actually something that's very good that I could use. I also have installed this new snowblower, which basically you drag it behind the tractor and it just picks up the snow and blows it. It looks a lot more heavy duty, a lot more hardcore. So we can change the colour of that. We can make it John Deere green for in the winter when we need it. Look at that, much better. So that's something else we could get. And this is the thing that I've got as well. So if I wanted to, I could just tow. I could tow anything with this. It's basically like a secondary dolly, but it's got like a 3-point hitch piece on the back and all that, and that can hitch up to anything. So I could do like rear hydraulics colour. That can be John Deere yellow, like so. The main colour can be John Deere green, because obviously this is my colour scheme. Hitch colour, we'll make that John Deere yellow, like that. Rim colour can be John Deere yellow. Or we could do the hitch colour actually black. There you go, so then it contrasts lovely like that. Nice bit of kit. We could do that. Obviously, I did get this Lizard service truck. It does work, but you can't refill the actual. You can't refill like the spinach harvester with fuel, even though it says it can. So you can't reach it. It's not high enough to reach it. So that's something that's gonna have to be looked at with that. But obviously, I've got that Lizard with this trailer, so that's for the dragons trailers. So that's what I'm using for those. Got Lizard fuel tankers. That's a water trailer. It can take milk, funny enough, of both cows. So, and it can also take fertilizer and herbicide. So that's another thing. I could use that as a milk trailer, because that actually holds a lot more than that does. So I could get another one of those and have it as a milk trailer. But then we got these as well for crops and stuff like that. So, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of possibilities and stuff like that what we can do. Oh yeah, that should be at the shop by now. It is. Haha. The question is can I tow it? I think I should be able to. If it just goes on a pin hitch like this. Let's just see. Is it something that's drivable? Well, that really can extend. Because we're up to 50 degrees, which is pretty good. Okay, I can drive it myself. Okay, so I don't actually need that here. So what I can do then is if I drive that, set destination, back to there. Can I set destination of this? No, I can't set destination of that. It's not a worker or something. I have to drive it myself. Or tow it with a tractor. But if this is working, I am not complaining. Just same speed as the telehandler, 26 miles an hour. Which is kind of crazy seeing this just scooting off down the road, just like... It's banana bus, banana bus, banana bus. So that's maximum it can go to. Holy hell. I mean, yeah, that'll go into like any trailer, but then it's also got... It can also extend big time. If I can get this to actually work and pull stones across the from that dredger over to the cement factory, then that's just going to just change everything. If I can't, then that's alright, don't bother. It could just be like a nice decoration. Let's just start filling there. Ah. So it might actually... Don't know if it's going to do it with the thing or... Stones. Okay, so I have to do it with this. Oh, it's buying the stones for it. Well, that's alright. I'm okay with that. If it keeps filling and I can fill up the cement factory, then I don't mind spending the money. Is it working? Yeah, the cement factory's... Yes, it works. I don't care if it's spending the money. This was an excellent idea. I can just get another one and that and do like the trailers and all that. I want to get this full. That's the thing. I don't care if it's spending money to do this. Look, it's going down. It's actually going down. It is worth it. It's absolutely worth it. You brilliant, brilliant machine. Or also, be honest, the first time I've actually ever used a conveyor belt. So to be fair, I could actually activate all of them. Be making everything. If I change those to, if I change all those to storing or distributing, there we go. Do that, then it'll build them all up. Actually, I'll do storing. Fill it right up. If I can keep this filled with stone and keep it ticking over, then hey. We have just changed the game. I mean, that works perfectly. Now, the cement factory should be like proper full. Yeah, 240k, and it's running. Well, actually, I can say if I don't produce cement bricks at the moment, to deactivate that and deactivate cement bags, and I'm just working on the roof plates. If I can get all the roof plates made, then we're laughing. All right, so that's that. So I'm gonna leave that I'm gonna leave that conveyor belt there now because that's actually done a really good job. Honestly, best purchase I've ever made. But guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue on getting this field here cultivated out and finish on fixing the fields. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. And like, damn, that's actually changed it. For the longest time, I've been trying to work out how to get those stones to be used, and now I basically have an infinite amount of stones going into the cement factory, so now I can boost my production like crazy. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.